Hey there tech enthusiasts and digital connoisseurs, it's your favourite aging millennial host, back at it again on the Craig and Dave channel where sarcasm meets tech and everything in between. Today we're diving deep into a hot topic that's stirring up the tech world. Should platforms be more open? And when I say open, I'm not talking about the way my nan leaves her front door when she's watching Murder, She Wrote. Nan! Lock your door! Anyone can walk in! I'm actually talking about the digital giants that rule our online lives. First up, let's examine and break down what platform openness means. We're looking at the big players like iOS, Android and games consoles and how they decide who gets to play in their digital sandboxes. It's like the cool kids table, but with billions of dollars at stake. Now the EU has thrown a €1.8 billion fine shaped wrench into Apple's well-oiled machine for breaking some serious streaming rules. Ouch, that's gotta hurt. But why? Well, Apple's been playing gatekeeper, deciding how and where you can subscribe to your favourite tunes, and taking a juicy cut of the profits while they're at it. What does that mean for the likes of you and I? Imagine walking into a store and the only chocolate on the shelves is the one that the store owner makes themselves. Sure, it might be good chocolate, but what if you want that other brand with the crispy bits? This is where platform control gets sticky. Platforms like iOS control not just what apps you can download, but also how these apps make money. Apple, for example, takes a 15 to 30% sales cut. Sounds like a dream job, right? Now let's zero in on Apple's hefty fine by the EU. Spotify, the Swedish music streaming giant, cried foul over Apple's practices, claiming they stifled competition and kept prices high for consumers. You know, because a 30% fee doesn't exactly scream a discount. Apple, on the other hand, says, "Hold on, we've done nothing wrong here," and plans to appeal. They argue that the market is thriving and competitive, but the EU begs to differ. This tussle between Apple and the EU isn't just about who gets the biggest slice of the pie, it's about us, the consumer, and the businesses trying to reach us. We could be paying more for less choice, and on the flip side, Apple says, hey, we're keeping things safe and curated for you. But is that really the whole story? Apple's stance is clear. They love their ecosystem, it's shiny, it's profitable, and it keeps users coming back for more. Plus, they're arguing that there's no real harm to consumers or the market, but the EU isn't buying what they're selling. They're pushing for more competition, more choices, and they've got something called the Digital Markets Act, or the DMA, to back it up. This legislation could shake up the tech giant's world by enforcing more openness. But how is the rest of the industry reacting? Well, Spotify and 33 other digital companies are doubling down, saying Apple's not playing ball with the new rules. They're calling for the DMA to be enforced and for Apple to stop chucking its weight around. It's like telling the school bully to play nice or else. And this brings us to the big debate. Do we want more open platforms? Some say yes, bring on the innovation and the competition. Others worry about security risks and a compromised user experience. It's a balancing act, like trying to walk a tightrope whilst juggling flaming smartphones. So, where do we land? Well, we've looked at the EU slapping fines and laying down the law, Apple's defence of its walled garden, and the broader implications for everyone involved. It's a lot to chew on. What do you think? Should platforms open up their gates and let the market run wild? Or is there something to be said for keeping a tight ship? To summarise this week's video, the EU fined Apple €1.8 billion for restricting competition in the music streaming market, highlighting the debates over whether digital platforms like iOS should be more open. Apple controls its platforms by deciding which apps can be used and taking a significant cut from app sales. But now it faces criticism for stifling competition and limiting consumer choice. The EU's Digital Markets Act aims to clean up competition by breaking the stronghold of tech giants, with Spotify and other companies supporting the move for a more competitive digital market. The debate on platform openness centres around the trade-off between innovation, competition and consumer protection versus concerns about security and user experience. That's all for today, folks. I want to hear your thoughts on this digital drama. Are you team open platform, or do you stand with those gatekeepers? Hit us up in the comments and let's get this debate rolling. Don't forget to like, subscribe and hit that bell for more tech wisdom with a side of snark and a lot of baldness. Until next time, stay savvy, stay questioning, and never just settle for one flavour of chocolate. Catch you on the flip side.